So here we go with part two, records. Those memory years. Here's what caught my eye. Some familiar names on there, including Judy Garland, Louis Armstrong, Gene Kelly, Artie Shaw. I've heard his name a couple times, and Glenn Miller. I've heard those names a couple times when I studied and did some reading about the golden age of Hollywood and the music business. What music was like in those days, back when music really was music, people would tell you. I agree. Music nowadays is all electronic. What's wrong with actual symphonic music? Have a full orchestra, a symphony, you know? And here we go. The Memory Years, Volume 1. Released, there's no release publication date on this thing. But all I can tell you is I'm going to enjoy some classical music. Not to mention, it's got some of the greatest entertainers on here, from Louis Armstrong to Judy Garland. And I love both icons. The Magic Organ Plays. I love, as you know, I'm a Catholic, and the only thing I would love to hear in church is that organ sound. And I can say that because me and a bunch of friends and my father went to Notre Dame in Paris, France, less than 5 years before it caught fire. And I just remember that organ, just that haunting, just surrounding you. So listening to this might bring me back memories of experiencing that in Notre Dame. Sorry, I'm holding it on an angle, but that's because of the light. The lighting of my computer is reflective on here. But yeah, tracks here on the back. So yeah, and here's the thing. I've always had a thing for angels, and there's that scene from Castaway when he finds the box with angel wings. So to me, when I saw this, I just said, I kind of, ever since I saw Castaway and ever since I converted to Catholicism, I've really had a fascination with angels and just how, the warmth, the comfort you feel when you just looking at an angel, and listening to this music might be good meditation. Who knows, right? And the final album, not so much meditation, but music history. Roy Orbison. Roy Orbison. Can you read that? All right. Yep. Released in 1979. One of his last albums. Yeah, by the 70s, Roy Orbison's music kind of slowed down, but he was always on the road. He never stopped touring. Roy was just one of those workaholic guys. Okay, think about it. His generation is pretty much the same generation as my grandparents. That generation, it was always work. Most people from that generation identify with their work. As long as you were working, you'd be happy. And amidst the pandemic, my grandfather called me a lot, and he would ask, "Oh, are you still working?" I'd say, "Oh yeah, just a little bit here and there." He goes, "Oh, good. I'm glad you're working." So, that gives you a little understanding of what that generation was all about. So when I listen to Roy Orbison, I think of people who work hard to perfect or improve on their craft. And plus, once I saw Roy Orbison, I said, "Whoa, what? Roy Orbison?" So I had to get it. A lot of people looked at me when I got this at the garage sale, and they said, "Whoa, you gotta cherish that, young man." Trust me, I am gonna cherish this. Love you, Mr. Orbison. Thank you for being such a brilliant songwriter, and your legacy will live on forever. And that is the end of the entire garage sale haul I had for the summer of 2022.